This year to date was filled with extreme highlights, and the ever-growing impact and influence of CRC is evident around the country and beyond our borders. This time of year, we reflect on what God has done to date, and we give glory and honor to God for His goodness and for entrusting us with such a mandate to win the lost at any cost. Sudden, rapid, great increase is what CRC demonstrated in every area so far. Our youth set such a pace and godly example with confident, bold and unashamed prayer and outreaches within our suburbs, schools and universities. Since the beginning of the year, the intensity has only increased and the impact contagiously spread throughout the year, not backing down and reaching the next generation by force. With thousands who dedicated their lives to Christ. That's what it's all about. Souls. Our Sunday celebrations are a weekly highlight where we see hearts turning back to God and the prodigals give their lives to Christ. We do not take for granted when we see 1,000+ salvations per Sunday at our Bloemfontein, Pretoria and Joburg altars. We are grateful for the harvest and constantly pray for all the laborers to be soul conscious day by day. The junior youth has grown at a tremendous rate and Sundays average over 1,500 in attendance in both Bloemfontein and Pretoria. It is so amazing to see the grade 6s and 7s so sold out for Jesus. Our youngsters at CRC Kids Church are so passionate to learn more about Jesus, and we are so grateful for all our volunteers who teach our CRC kids. Their classes and presentations are out of this world, and on average, 3,089 kids attend Kids Church in Bloemfontein and Pretoria. This year, we had record attendances in both Bloemfontein and Pretoria, with a combined figure of more than 4,030 kids on a single Sunday. During the Back to School project at the beginning of the year, we handed out 5,000 school bags with stationery to children between the ages of 3 to 13 years old. What a blessing! We truly believe that if we raise our children in the ways of God, they will not depart from it when they are old. In November this year, our CRC Kids Church and Junior Youth gave over 5,700 Bibles and bags to children. We are sowing into the next generation. This year, our harvest events were on a whole nother level, reaping more souls in every city. Harvest Potchefstroom kicked off this year with their first harvest ever, held on the 22nd of February as CRC Potch celebrated their second year anniversary. Pastor Louis and Lisner hosted an outstanding event at the Senvest Park Cricket Stadium with more than 2,500 in attendance and 878 salvations. This moment will be remembered as God stopped the rain for the harvest event to take place after days of pouring rain. Harvest Capetown followed on the 8th of March at the Grand West Arena. We congratulate Pastor Aidan and Sharon on this well-organized event where over 4,800 attended and more than 1,000 people got saved. The Capetown Stadium has already been reserved for Harvest 2018. On the 30th of August, Harvest Durban took place at the ICC with 708 souls saved. It was truly an amazing harvest. Well done, Pastor Glenn and Allison. Harvest Kimberley exploded with a jam-packed Mita Siperepere Convention Center plus an outside overflow packed with almost 1,500 extra people, raising the bar even higher with an excellent event, hosting more than 4,000 in attendance and over 1,000 souls saved. We are proud of you, Pastor Brian and Sanri. Harvest Botswana moved to the Botswana National Stadium to make more room, hosting more than 3,500 people with over 800 salvations. Pastor JJ and Hannah, you did a great job and we are excited for the increase next year. Harvest London with Pastor Thabo and Karen took place on the 26th of October at the O2 Arena with over 2,500 people in attendance and over 300 salvations. Technology enables us to accelerate the spread of the gospel, and Harvest Capetown, Durban and Kimberley were all broadcast on Faith Broadcast Live television, reaching millions beyond our borders. Weekly, Pastor At's messages are broadcasted on FBN, Channel 341, TBN, Channel 343, and as from August this year, CRC also broadcast on Crc Television and Facebook Live. CRC is running with the mandate to reach the lost at any cost, and we will soon be on several more broadcasts as we receive requests for Pastor At's programs from all over. Pastor At hosted the Young Lions Conference on the 3rd and 4th of March. What a life-changing event this was. Men flocked to both Bloemfontein and Pretoria with more than 9,500 registrations and thousands of salvations as men were inspired and equipped to lead strong and be the men that God created them to be. The Bible says that if the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord will lift up a standard against it, and the gates of hell will not prevail. This world needs strong leaders, sold out for Christ. Well, She literally exploded this year. Our main She Ladies Conference, hosted by Pastor Nyretta, counted almost 11,000 registrations as ladies from all over the country gathered in Bloemfontein and Pretoria on a single day during May. What a spectacular conference this was. Wow, ladies. Indeed, an influential and inspiring event where Pastor Nyretta addressed ladies to remind them of their important role and impact in our families and communities. The explosion continued as conferences were held all around the country in Durban, London, Kimberley, Kathu, Welkom, Richards Bay, Pietermaritzburg, PE, Bethlehem, and Maseru. She Windhoek hosted 1,523 ladies where over 200 got saved. How incredible is that? At She London, 1,170 ladies were present and 88 people got saved. How exciting is that? She Kimberley again raised the bar as 1,700 ladies showed up with over 200 salvations on the day. What an outstanding event. She Durban gathered 1,666 ladies and an outstanding 152 salvations. CRC Bethlehem also held a great conference where 750 ladies enjoyed the day and more than 90 ladies got saved. Capetown's She Conference will be held on the 27th until the 28th of October, and we believe for another great event. Well done to all the lady pastors in each of the cities who raised the standard and set the benchmark higher with every event. With explosion comes expansion, and we were very excited to open the spectacular North Extension building in February this year. The building was unveiled with an official ribbon cutting ceremony and a powerful message by Pastor At. The additional parking in Pretoria was also completed to facilitate the high traffic demand on Sundays as service attendances continue to grow rapidly. Our CRC Bloemfontein main auditorium received a huge facelift. We literally broke through the ceiling, removing all ceilings, fitted new roof sheeting and air conditioning, plus a brand new larger stage with new lighting and LED screens. This was indeed a phenomenal upgrade as we weekly still held our celebration services throughout the whole project of 6 months. Great job to all the staff and volunteers involved. The tender has been granted for our CRC Johannesburg building project, and the erection of the structure has started, and we know that this project will be completed as everyone continues to contribute generously and consistently to see God's kingdom expand. Many other CRCs also expanded explosively. We are proud to announce that CRC Potchefstroom purchased a prime piece of land that overlooks the whole city in cash, and have also signed for the second piece of land to be purchased in cash next year March. The total size of the property is 4 hectares. The church reached 1,000 membership total in May with a current membership of 1,200 people. The current facility had to be extended in February this year to accommodate 650 people. In Capetown, an additional balcony was added to make room for an extra 500 seats to bring the capacity to 2,000 seats. CRC Worcester was planted in January 2nd this year, while CRC Mudplain moved to a larger facility to handle the growth. CRC Somerset West will be planted in January 2018. Wow! CRC Durban also launched CRC Hillcrest this year and added additional service times to accommodate the explosion. And CRC Perth launched out to Rockingham. CRC George, with a current membership of 650, also invaded new territory at the end of January this year as they moved into a stunning new facility with an 800 seating capacity. All renovations were undertaken by their own members in a 4-week span, and currently new chairs are being fitted for 450 people. Home cells all around the garden route were established, like Stilbaai, Mosselbaai, Grootbrak, Knysna and Oudtshoorn. Communities are very important to us at CRC. CRC Cares this year launched into a huge project with emergency funding and assistance in the devastating Knysna fire disaster. The immediate response from CRCs all over the country were incredible. Our teams from Bloemfontein and Pretoria were sent to assist with the needs assessment, receiving, packing and loading food, clothing and essential items to be transported to the disaster areas. Teams on the ground assisted with sorting, distributing and managing all resources. A special shout out to all the CRC George staff and volunteers who were so efficient and generous. Thank you to each and every member, staff member and volunteer who contributed time, effort, funds and transport to help out our community. Closer to home, our CRC storehouse also expanded, and the CRC storehouse has given out 4,140 food packages between Bloemfontein and Pretoria this year. On a weekly basis, we give out about 100 food packages to families and individuals. Social challenges range from unemployment, poverty, single parenthood, and students without assistance. We also have a functional clothing bank in Bloemfontein and Pretoria. Clothing and blankets are given to people in need, as well as people preparing for job interviews. Social services launched equipping programs such as First Steps to Employment, equipping leaders how to respond and report critical incidences. Our future plans and goals for 2017 is to establish a network base in Pretoria and Bloemfontein so that we can deal with all social issues and provide members with further assistance. CRC Feeding Scheme continues to operate daily, and since taking hands with Arthur Chimbuya and his wife Bridget, our Living Waters farm has gone through a transformation. Without fancy equipment, they prepared fields and planted spinach, turnip and green beans. Taking turns day and night to manually water these plants, they produced good, healthy crops which brought in much needed finances. Because of their faithfulness, we were blessed with irrigation pipes and another field was prepared. This season, a kitchen garden with a large variety of vegetables is being planned. This will supply our feeding scheme, serving 6,300 mugs of soup daily, as well as food to the Talita Kumi place of safety for 40 children and mothers with much needed nutrition. Their good stewardship enables God to bring divine connections as we continue to develop and expand. This year, Petua Community Center held its first annual market day. The purpose was to generate finances for custom-made child-proof furniture for the lounges and dining rooms of the first 2 houses of Talita Kumi village, to be opened early next year. Many CRC members and pastors came on board, selling various items and mouth-watering eats. It turned out to be a great day of fellowship and fun, with members being exposed to the feeding scheme, Talita Kumi Baby House, and the village on the premises. The demand to assist with the rescue and rehabilitation of ladies on the streets are high, and our CRC Anti-Human Trafficking Ministry continues to go out into the streets to rescue young girls and women from working the streets, to minister to them and provide meals. This is a massive task and a serious social issue that needs hands-on intervention, and we are grateful for all the hundreds of volunteers that give their time diligently to serve the ministry and bring Jesus to these people and restoration to their broken souls. The CRC Prison Ministry has also exploded this year, as CRC currently broadcasts to 23 correctional facilities countrywide, namely Uppington Men and Women, Kimberley Tswelopelo, Boekroep Center, Polsmoor, Oudtshoorn, Knysna, Bethlehem, Pretoria. This year alone, we managed to open doors into Leeuwkop, Potchefstroom, 2 centers, Richards Bay, 2 centers, Nelspruit, 4 centers, Virginia, Orendalsrus, Pietermaritzburg, Durban, Westville. More exciting news is that CRC, in collaboration with the correctional services, will open a halfway house in Bloemfontein, where ex-offenders will be released to, and where they will receive skills development for reintroduction into society. the grand opening of this year's Dream Week, Explosion 2017. Wow, we had no more room in both Bloemfontein and Pretoria, and we had overflows to accommodate the massive crowds, with over 16,000 in attendance from all over the world in our evening sessions, with over 14,000 registrations for the day sessions. What an amazing week we've had. We have already seen close to 2,500 salvations during Dream Week between Bloemfontein and Pretoria in the evening session. Great news! Our Explosion album launched during Dream Week, and within one day of its release, we hit #1 on the iTunes charts of all genres. This has been a dream of Pastor Nyretta's, and we are thrilled with the band's performance. We know that many lives will be touched and changed through the anointed music of CRC. We stand back for no one. On the 11th of November this year, Pastor At preached a powerful and inspiring message about love at the Loftus for Jesus Stadium event in Pretoria that touched thousands of people to give their lives to Christ. The CRC band performed songs from our latest album, which saw the crowd sing along in jubilant praise and worship. With over 28,000 people in attendance and over 7,000 salvations, this event left us with renewed hope and excitement for our nation. No one will be excluded as we come together in our diversity to celebrate our unity in Christ. Pastors At and Nyretta, you always push us higher, and Dream Week 2017 has been phenomenal. One conference in 2 cities with the most outstanding world-class international guest speakers. You always bring us the best. Thank you for a year filled with highlights and achievements CRC as a movement could accomplish because of your fierce leadership, direction, passion, commitment, and unwavering determination to build God's kingdom. Thank you for your love and sacrifice for people. We honor you for taking up the baton and leading us strong. We are so honored to be part of this vision. We salute you for the steadfast, strong leaders that you are. We are ready for 2018, the year of greater.